Night of action in the world of sport, looking at UEFA Champions League, and more of this will be coming up on 360 Sport on Trust TV. I am Adeni Ajishafe. Well, a good action for Napoli against Liverpool. But before we go to those one, we'll have to start from our own story, that talking about handball and volleyball too. Well, this time around, we talk about volleyball. Nigeria qualify for semi-final. The boys have been on rampage over there as they have been playing in the competition taking place in Morocco. Congratulations to them for the fact that they were able to defeat Sudan. They did well against Cameroon, and also they did well against Libya. They qualified for semi-finals, and we are celebrating Nigerian boys under 19 participating at the African under 19 volleyball championship. Congrats to them, and hopefully they will get to the final and eventually scoop this particular competition. Joining me to talk sport this hour, I have Abdullahi Kabiru. Good to have you.
Great to be here.
And also I have Ibrahim Yusuf, just what we did yesterday. Let's roll it again.
Always nice to be here.
Good one. Well, right now, I talked about the volleyball right now. We are Nigeria under 19 boys. They did well. They've won about 3 matches now, and now they are going for semi-final. And hopefully Nigerians are really behind them to see them winning this competition.
Yeah, we actually talked about the boys. We talked about their performances and how impressive they've actually been throughout the tournament. So I think it's actually very, very impressive. When I could get into the semi-finals, they've actually made a lot of Nigerians proud, and we're looking forward to them getting to the final and eventually winning the tournament. We've always said it. We've been very good at volleyball before, and then we went to sleep. But I think right now we're on our way up. I mean, like, it's under 19 boys, and it's a good thing. We saw what the girls were able to do when they hosted 3 nations here, and it wasn't the results that we wanted, but the performances were actually good, and it's something for us to look forward to. But the boys are actually giving us lots of things to look forward to, and I believe a lot of Nigerians appreciate that.
Well, good one there. Now, while we move away from volleyball, although Nigerian teams really, when it comes to the underage competitions, be it volleyball, handball, basketball, we've been fantastic, and we just hope that everything goes well for Nigerian younger talents to at least be able to compete when it comes to supporting them with everything they need. Away from volleyball, let's go international. As we talk about French League 1, a match was played while UEFA Champions League was actually being played to Lorient against Lyon. You have 3-1 there against Lyon there. Congrats to Lorient, where we have Nigerian Terem Murphy among the scorers, despite the fact that Lacazette was able to pull one back. They defeated them 3-1 there. Congrats to the team that won Lorient. Nigerian striker Terem Murphy among the scorers there, and he has been in fantastic form this season, scoring so many goals for himself and also for his club. Now from there, let's look at the big one. UEFA Champions League night. Liverpool, they couldn't believe what actually happened to them. They received 4-1 against Liverpool. They actually collected, as we speak in Nigeria, our own parlance, 4-0 from Ajax rather, against Rangers. Calvin Bassey, very, very impressive against his former club Rangers. Napoli 4-1 against Liverpool. I think we should take it 2-2. Ajax Rangers. Yesterday, I remember when I was asking the result, okay, what's going to be the result between Ajax and Rangers? Ibrahim, you were saying?
I called a draw, actually.
A draw?
Yeah, I actually called a draw because on paper it actually...
But this one they played on field.
Yeah, it looked quite balanced, but on the night it was something totally different. So Ajax ran riot, and it was a fantastic performance from them.
4-0. At least no one saw that coming from Ajax. It seems they got their groove back. 2 years ago, we know what they did. Now they are back to winning ways, and this will actually spur them into action. For them to have scored 4 goals in this particular game against Rangers, I love the fact that Calvin Bassey really stood up against his former club and not say, okay, I will be brotherly at all.
Let me take them easy. Let me take it easy on them. It's actually like that. I mean, like, we did talk about it. It can actually go both ways. You might think, okay, let me take it easy on my old teammates, or let me show these guys what they're actually missing. And I think he showed them that. It was a very good performance, solid performance from Ajax, playing in front of their team, their supporters. I think it was absolutely fantastic.
Good one. I'm sure Kaviru member actually have another opinion concerning this game.
No, it's very impressive. Like you said, Ajax, I don't know, they keep rebuilding. The way they do that, they lost their manager, they lost so many players this summer, but they keep coming back, rebuilding, bringing new young players in. It was quite very impressive, honestly, last night to win 4-0 against Rangers, despite the setbacks, the new players coming in. You would think it would take time to gel, the new manager, but they've done really well. Highly impressed with them. Watch out for them this season in the Champions League.
Okay, while you are actually talking about that, for the fact that Ajax 1, 2, 3, 4. I would say I'm impressed. And now, if we move from this Ajax game to Napoli, Liverpool, another game that no one saw coming at all. You didn't expect Napoli to score 4 goals. Yes, we were waiting for a win, but not up to 4 goals that Liverpool be conceding 4 and actually put one back. And you look at, despite how Osimhen mixed his own penalty, that could have been 5-1.
Yeah, I called the draw yesterday, actually, 2-2 draw. I was thinking maybe Liverpool, even though they're not in the best form, I never thought they would be losing 3-0 in the first half. Actually, it could have been more. Like you said, they really ran riot yesterday. Osimhen, the Georgian guy, I can't pronounce his name, Vlachov or something.
Kavrat.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Something. Well, he was very impressive yesterday. Him, Osimhen, Zielinski, they really ran riot. Joe Gomez, I don't know, they subbed him off after halftime. Trent, I don't know, attacking wise very good, but defensively he's always questioned. Honestly, Liverpool, I wasn't expecting it last night, so I don't know, they're in a bit of a mini crisis. Who knows? Maybe it might sack Klopp this season. He has run out.
But if you look at one of their legends, Carragher was saying, well, he wasn't too impressed with the way Liverpool play, especially he was blaming Van Dijk for he said they play like schoolboys.
Yeah, actually, I was waiting for him to pick up on that. I mean, like, Virgil van Dijk has not been very good this season. I mean, like,
not the same Van Dijk that we used to know.
Exactly. I think since that injury, he hasn't been the same player that we actually know. And he was really... Liverpool were completely exposed yesterday. They were obliterated. Zambo Anguissa ran the park in the midfield, and they had absolutely no answer to what Napoli were throwing at them. It could have been more. It should have been more than the 4-1. I think the 4-1 is even keeping it respectable because they didn't offer anything. Liverpool did not offer any resistance. They just went there and they got beat by the better team. It wasn't that Liverpool were poor, let's say that, but Napoli were very, very impressive as well. They had very good players who came into that Champions League game. And people like Zambo Anguissa haven't played in the Champions League. I mean, like, they didn't show any nerves. You know, even the Kvaratskhelia, he didn't show any nerves. I mean, like, this is his first time coming to the Champions League, and they absolutely obliterated Liverpool. I think, just like it was rightly pointed out, Liverpool are in a mini crisis. Although it seems to be flowing under the radar. Nobody seems to be picking up on that because they've started poorly, even in the Premiership. Even in the Premier League, they're not doing that fantastic. They're not the Liverpool that we used to know. So they had a couple of bad games, then they came and they scored 9 goals and everybody was fine about it, and we decided to forget about the real.
Like, if you remember one particular morning on Daybreak, when actually asked about Liverpool, and I said a lot of people are looking at Manchester United, but Liverpool, their case is somehow because it's like and hiding on that Manchester United performance after that particular bit from them against Manchester United. Everything went down, and people are not noticing it, and it's really telling now on Liverpool.
Even Salah, he hasn't really been himself this season. James Milner, I don't know why he's still playing for Liverpool in 2022. He's too old, and most of his mates have retired. Honestly, yesterday was shocking. This guy ran the park, and Anguissa was running rings round all over him. So I don't know, Salah, maybe it's the new contract, maybe it's the absence of money. But Diaz, actually, you have to give him credit. He's probably the only one that showed up yesterday for Liverpool. Salah was shocking. They had to sub him off after some time, honestly.
I just hope this won't continue because, it could be a season of sack. It's already building momentum now.
It could be bad news for Liverpool fans, seriously, this season.
7th season for Klopp.
I think they need to do... Something needs to change, and I think it's a mentality thing. It actually is a mentality thing, and something needs to change. And they need to do something about that midfield. That midfield is pathetic.
Something must be done. Liverpool, right now, they are not really getting it right. Getting a 4-1 dropping from Napoli just yesterday in the city of Naples there. It was not a good performance coming from Liverpool, while we are still looking at the result of the UEFA Champions League. Atletico Madrid against FC Porto 2-1. And you have Nigerians, Seydou Sanusi, he was in that team. Actually, well, they lost against Atletico Madrid, and that's a game I actually called, I called it balanced game, despite the fact that Atletico won 2-1 at Wanda Metropolitano.
Yeah, it was actually a very boring game till like the last 10-15 minutes of the game. Atletico Madrid, as usual, with their defensive style, they didn't really offer much in attack till Griezmann came on, and they scored a penalty. think Porto got a red card. Sorry, they scored first, then they equalized with the penalty. Then Griezmann scored in the last minute. It was actually very boring, but till the last few minutes of the game, it really sprung to life. So 2-1, I think, is a fair result for Atletico, even though Porto had a man down. So
yes, they still try to hold their own against Atletico, despite being down with just one person.
Yeah, we actually called it. We did say that they were not going to be there wasn't going to be a goal fest. When Atletico Madrid is involved, there's not going to be a goal fest. It's probably going to be a one-goal game.
Or 2-1.
Exactly. 1-0, 2-1. That's how they play. You don't go to Atletico Madrid games expecting to see teams being blown away. It doesn't work like that. It's always very conservative with them. They try as much as possible, first of all, not to concede, and then they'll try to mount one or two things like that and hope that it works out for them. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't, but Simeone has actually molded this team to play like him, and that's exactly what we're getting. So I'm really not surprised if you go to an Atletico Madrid game and you find it very, very boring. It's just how they play, and it was a good result for them, at least playing at home at the Wanda, winning 2-1 against FC Porto. A very strong team when it comes to the Champions League. Porto actually knew how to hold their own, and with 10 men, I think their performance is something for them to be proud about.
Well, we are still looking at that. We know that some Nigeria really did well yesterday. Looking at the likes of Ekabin, Bassi, Osimhen, we're all there. Now, still looking at the result of UEFA Champions League, we go back to talk about, well, Leverkusen against Lobry ended 1-0 in favor of the Belgian team, and Barcelona against Victoria Plzen 5-1. Lewandowski on a hat-trick. The man won't stop scoring. He has actually taken the boot from Bayern and now down to Barcelona. He was able to do it yesterday. Good one for Lewandowski.
Oh yeah, if you remember yesterday, I predicted
you said it. You're so happy.
Yeah. No, I definitely expected that with Lewandowski. Everyone's been talking about Haaland, for him to have started the season quite very well, normal service. People were saying maybe it was because of the Bundesliga, German league. Maybe he needs to prove himself somewhere else. Okay, he's doing it.
And he's doing it right now.
Exactly. Showing up maybe between him and Benzema now, he's trying to see who is the best striker of the last generation. But a very convincing performance from Barcelona. They're really back this season, really one of Europe's elites now. You need to watch out for them. Last season, I think throughout last season, they scored 2 goals in the whole Champions League. They went out in the group stage, but so far they've started this season on fire. Lewandowski is there, so we'll see how it goes this year.
It's like Kessie actually opened the floodgate of goals for Barcelona.
Yeah.
After that goal scored by him, then it was Lewandowski all night. From the way it is, the battle of this season is like between Lewandowski, Benzema, although he's injured now, but I'm sure he will be back on his feet. You have Haaland and Mbappe. I'm looking at those 4 guys for this season.
Yeah, well, it depends. It depends on how well the other players do as well. I mean, like if you go and score a hat-trick and the game ends 5-3 against you. You scored a hat-trick.
But it doesn't have any effect.
But your defense conceded 5. So it really doesn't make much of a difference. So football still remains a team game. Yes, strikers getting goals is all about getting goals and all that, but every other person has to put in his own shift as well. Barcelona, I think it was a statement win yesterday. I mean, like they really threw down the gauntlet to show people that, all right, truly, we are back. Last season was it was a terrible season for them. It was really, really terrible, and everybody thought Barcelona were dead. They managed to have a fantastic summer campaign where they got all these fantastic players through the door, and it's proving on the pitch now. So I think, just like you said, Barcelona are a team to watch, and they are on the up now, and I think a lot of people should start taking notice of them.
Well, while we're talking about Barcelona versus Plzen, another big one, Bayern. They went to San Siro. It was a good one from them as they were able to do it against Inter Milan. Sane, you look at that game. What really happened to Inter Milan?
Well, we said it right here. The Milan of today, the Inter Milan of today is not the one that we used to know. I mean, like two seasons ago, they were absolutely fantastic, blowing everybody out of the water and winning the Serie A convincingly. But this season, from last season to this season, and they even weaker this season compared to last, and it wasn't really a performance that anybody could be proud of. I think Inzaghi has lost the plot when it comes to what's going on in Inter. I think a lot of things are going wrong for them. They didn't recruit well. The guys that were there are not picking up. They're not upping their game to the standards that are required. They thought when they brought Lukaku, then all their problems are solved. Lukaku is there, so everything is fine. Now Lukaku is injured. Even if he was around, I don't think he would have made much of a difference in this Inter team as it is right now. The guys are playing without any cohesion, and I think Inzaghi has really lost the plot, and he needs to work on his team if they are to do anything worthwhile this season. When you come to the Meazza, you're supposed to be intimidated. You're not supposed to come to the Meazza and just and play as if it was a training exercise. And that was exactly what happened. Bayern came there, they did the business, and everybody was happy. There was no resistance, nothing from Inter. They didn't offer anything going forward. And I think it's really depressing when you look at it, because at a point in time we thought that they were going to be back in the elite. And this is the elite now. It doesn't get more elite than this. And then you're coming to be beat 2-0 in your backyard, offering no resistance whatsoever. I think it's very poor. So I think Inzaghi really needs to do something serious about this team. If not, Inter are going to go back into the wilderness.
Well, regardless of your Nottingham Forest, that's where they will go. Okay, why are we talking about that? I'm sure Inter Milan, to you, Kabiru, how did you see that game?
Obviously Bayern won the game 2-0, pretty comfortable result. But I think in fairness to Inter Milan, maybe they were missing Lukaku, and Bayern are a top team. Like, there's no shame in a way losing to Bayern.
But Inter are a top team as well. Inter are a top team as well.
Not anymore, not at the level of Bayern.
But that's the thing. You need to. Your name means a lot, and they are coming to the Meazza. I've said this before. If you're playing in your backyard, it should show that this is my house. Whoever is coming here should be afraid of me, should be intimidated.
True,
you know?
But I don't think.
So I think
it's the first game. Yeah, to be fair, it's the first game. I think if maybe they lost maybe 3 games or they lost.
Could it have come from the fact that they lost against AC Milan?
Yeah.
But after that loss against AC Milan, that transfer to Champions League, and it's like back-to-back defeat.
That shouldn't be an excuse. That should be an excuse. As professionals, you should be able to pull yourself up after a defeat.
You recoil back and at least what happened? How did you get it wrong? Let's just do something.
You should be able to pick yourselves up and say, okay, we can do this. Because you're professionals, this is your job, this is what you do. Just because you got beat by your rivals doesn't mean that you get beaten all through the season. You should be able to pick yourself up and say, okay, this is my house, I'm throwing down the gauntlet. Whoever it is that is coming here, be it Bayern, Real Madrid or Barcelona, they should know that they're playing against a top team. And unfortunately, Inter didn't show that. I think Inzaghi has a lot of work to do.
Now, from the way it is, Inter Milan just have to up their game. They have to do well. This is in the UEFA Champions League. Bayern, they've started well, 2-0 against them at the Giuseppe Meazza there, San Siro, as some people call it. But right now, another big one. Sporting Lisbon show experience more than Eintracht Frankfurt, 3-0 against Frankfurt there in Germany. That was a huge one, playing away, and they actually blew them out 3-0. And you have Tottenham Hotspur against Marseille, 2-0. Good one for Tottenham Hotspur. And you have to look at the London team against Marseille. Actually, you have said, okay, maybe they will win 1-0, but not 2-0. But the man, Richarlison on rampage, 2-0 for him.
I predicted 2-0, if you remember it. Well, yeah, Richarlison, very summer signing. Some people were questioning, okay, is this guy really the real deal? Is he just an average
This
player
guy should
for
have been in
Everton?
Chelsea.
Well, yeah, he could have gone there. I think Arsenal too were looking for him before they signed Jesus. But yeah, very impressive from Tottenham. Even though Marseille had a red card, but Tottenham really did the job, professional job last night. They really started the season quite well under Conte. Like, the mentality is a bit different. It's no longer Tottenham of old that you laugh at, okay, it's just Tottenham, anybody can beat them. They started the season well, so I think this is a team to watch as well. They might be onto something this season, Tottenham, under Conte. Yeah.
But I think I love the fact that Richarlison really was able to score those goals. It will actually give him that confidence that, yes, really, I'm here in Tottenham to achieve.
Yeah, actually, over the weekend, he had a goal chopped off. I mean, like, he scored a goal and it was ruled off. It was ruled out by VAR. I think I was one of those people that was doubting Richarlison signing in Tottenham. I really was. I didn't think that he was up to the level that I think he should be. He has a lot of potential. He has lots of skill, lots of talent, and I think maybe Antonio Conte could be the man to actually bring him out and take him to that particular level that he should be. It was a good one for him personally as a player to get that confidence, get 2 goals on the Champions League night is absolutely fantastic, and I think going forward is going to be very impressive for Tottenham.
Yes, we talked about the UEFA Champions League matches that were played. Good one for Napoli, the likes of Sporting Lisbon, and also Tottenham Hotspur. While we run at that, we quickly talk about Leipzig. They appoint Marco Rose as manager Well, looking at the way the decision of sack is here and there, Leipzig right now, they've appointed the new man, Marco Rose, former Borussia Dortmund manager, as their new manager. Good one there. Now the Blues, Chelsea, well, Brighton boasts Graham Potter in advanced talks with the Blues. That's the story trending right now. Yesterday, they were locking talks to see how he can take over from Brighton. He will be moving to the Blues. If everything is settled today, that could be announced, although there are suggestions that Pochettino, Zidane, but it seems Graham Potter is the main man right now.
Yeah, they seem that he's the favorite to get the Chelsea job, but I don't know, I have question marks about him because Brighton, Chelsea is a different level. Like, he has never really coached elite players at that level. The pressure on him, okay, this is Chelsea, we have to win or qualify for Champions League or get sacked. But Brighton, even though he has done a very good job at Brighton, very impressive job with the way they played, the way he has maintained the team with little resources, but Chelsea is a different ball game, and he doesn't have a transfer window to buy players that he wants, even though Cucurella is a former player of his. So I'm not quite sure about this. I would have personally, maybe Pochettino would have made more sense given his experience and his pedigree, coached Tottenham, coached PSG. But it's interesting. We'll see how Graham Potter does there.
If I were a Chelsea fan, I would be very, very worried. I seriously will be worried.
For Potter coming.
Because it doesn't seem like the management know anything about anything.
The way I'm saying, I hope what happened to Man United will not happen to Chelsea.
It doesn't seem like they know what they're doing. I really don't believe they have an idea of what they're doing. I don't know if they have an idea of the direction they want to take the club in. Because why would you sack a manager like Thomas Tuchel and then your best option is Graham Potter? Really? No disrespect to Graham Potter. He's an amazing manager. He's a good manager where he is. It's absolutely fantastic. If he goes to teams like Everton, West Ham, he'll do very, very well there. But you're talking about Chelsea Football Club. You're talking about Chelsea here. This is a particular team that has to be rubbing shoulders with the elite every season. That is how they should be. And they need an elite manager. Unfortunately, Graham Potter is not an elite manager.
Not even in the mode of Andre Villas-Boas.
Exactly. We should call a spade what it is. He is not an elite manager. Simple. Just because he is Graham Potter and happens to be...
He's doing well with Brighton. Brighton is not Chelsea.
Exactly. They'll be doing the same mistake. They will be making the same mistake Manchester United did with David Moyes. David Moyes was doing fantastic at Everton. At his own level, he was absolutely fantastic. They thought he was going to take Manchester United to the next level, usher him to the new era. And then what happened? That was exactly what happened at the end of the day. Bringing a person like Graham Potter to follow in the footsteps of Thomas Tuchel and you say you want instant results, that is not going to happen.
Well, from Kabiru right now, your final word concerning this, because it seems they are made on Potter.
I don't know, maybe they think he's related to Harry Potter.
With some magic wands, right? Okay,
Yeah,
that would be nice. Let's see what Chelsea will be coming up with. The Blues are really locked in talks with Graham Potter, the coach or manager of Brighton. And then, well, from the way it is, maybe Zidane or Pochettino could be coming in. But the Blues are really ready to make a statement. That will be it on 360 Sport. Ibrahim Yusuf, thank you very much.
Always nice to be here, Adeni.
And Abdullahi Kabiru, thank you very much too. Well, I am Adeni Ajishafe. Thanks for watching.